to jump into the grasp of Nia Jax.
Desperation time for the Queen to somehow...
WWE fam, it's time for another update here on WWE News Update. Smash that subscribe button, ring the bell, and let's get into the ring of news. The WWE Universe witnessed something absolutely unprecedented on SmackDown. A night that turned from routine television into a wave of reactions, debates, and pure disbelief across social media. What started as a standard in-ring segment between two of WWE's most powerful and respected women quickly spiraled into one of the most talked-about moments in recent wrestling memory. Nia Jax and Naomi found themselves at the center of a storm that has left fans divided, insiders talking, and the entire wrestling world asking what exactly happened and why. This wasn't just another segment. It became a defining moment that forced everyone, from fans to officials, to look closer at the boundaries between entertainment and reality in professional wrestling. The rivalry that boiled over. The tension between Nia Jax and Naomi had been simmering for weeks, and fans could feel it building towards something explosive. Both superstars represent completely different sides of the women's division. Naomi, one of the most athletic, innovative, and crowd-favorite performers in WWE, had been riding a wave of momentum, dazzling audiences with her energy and undeniable charisma. Nia Jax, on the other hand, had been asserting her dominance as a powerhouse, a competitor who thrives on strength, intensity, and unapologetic confidence. Their rivalry wasn't just about title shots or rankings. It was about pride, identity, and proving whose approach truly defined success in modern WWE. Each promo, each confrontation backstage, and each stare-down added layers to a story that was deeply personal. And when the confrontation was finally announced for SmackDown, everyone knew sparks were about to fly. The SmackDown segment that changed everything. When SmackDown went live, the atmosphere was electric. Naomi made her entrance first, lighting up the arena with her signature glow, a symbol of positivity and power that fans around the world have come to love. She stepped into the ring with confidence, microphone in hand, ready to address the woman who had been testing her limits for weeks. Her promo hit hard. She spoke about earning respect through discipline and performance rather than intimidation or reputation. The audience roared their approval as her words hit home. Moments later, Nia Jax's music hit, and the tone inside the arena shifted instantly. The air grew heavier, the cheers turned to a mixture of anticipation and unease. Nia walked down the ramp with intensity in her eyes, stepping into the ring with a presence that demanded attention. The two women stood inches apart, neither flinching, as the tension built. Their verbal exchange grew sharper with every word, Naomi calling for respect, Nia responding with raw emotion and power. What was supposed to be a verbal showdown suddenly escalated, and before anyone could react, words gave way to action. Shock, confusion, and aftermath. When the show returned, WWE tried to continue as planned, but the energy in the arena had completely changed. Fans were buzzing, social media was lighting up with clips and reactions, and speculation spread like wildfire. What exactly had happened between Naomi and Nia Jax? Was it real? Was it planned? Did something go wrong backstage? No one seemed to have answers. Reports began to surface that the confrontation had gone further than intended, with both women caught off guard by how physical things became. While no serious harm was done, the level of intensity had clearly gone beyond what producers expected. Backstage, the mood was described as tense and uncertain. Naomi was reportedly emotional but composed, while Nia was said to be frustrated and regretful about how things unfolded. WWE officials immediately held discussions to determine how to handle the situation, both on air and behind the scenes. The internet reacts. Outrage, support, and debate. In the age of social media, anything that happens on live television becomes instantly immortalized, and this was no exception. Fans began posting clips, screenshots, and opinions across every platform imaginable. Some defended both women, emphasizing that live television and professional wrestling are unpredictable by nature. Others demanded answers from WWE, calling for greater care and safety measures for performers. Naomi's supporters flooded her mentions with messages of love and encouragement, praising her professionalism and strength. Meanwhile, Nia Jax's name trended as well, with debates raging about whether she had gone too far or simply lost control in a heated moment. Wrestling journalists and industry insiders added their own takes, some suggesting it was a miscommunication during a planned segment, others insisting that it was a real altercation that caught everyone off guard. WWE's response and the road ahead. Behind the scenes, WWE executives reportedly held urgent meetings to discuss what had happened and how to respond. The company has always walked a fine line between realism and safety, but this incident raised fresh questions about how far performers should be allowed to go in creating dramatic moments. According to several insiders, both Naomi and Nia Jax were spoken to privately after the show, and cooler heads ultimately prevailed. WWE's official channels maintained silence in the immediate aftermath, choosing not to issue a formal statement. That decision only intensified speculation. Fans wanted reassurance that both women were okay and clarity on whether the confrontation would be addressed in storyline form. In the days that followed, Naomi took to social media to thank her fans for their messages and support. Her calm, measured tone earned widespread praise for its maturity and class. She didn't dwell on the incident but focused on positivity and moving forward. Lessons learned and the bigger picture. What happened on SmackDown wasn't just about two competitors having a tense moment. It was about what professional wrestling represents in the modern era. Wrestling thrives on emotion, intensity, and storytelling, but it's also built on trust. Every performer who steps into the ring does so, knowing that their opponent's job is not just to entertain, but to protect them. When that trust wavers, even for a moment, it forces everyone to reevaluate the systems in place. The incident between Naomi and Nia Jax has reignited discussions about how much creative freedom wrestlers should have during live segments and what kind of oversight producers need to ensure everything stays within safe boundaries. It also raised important points about how women in wrestling are treated, not just as athletes and entertainers, but as professionals deserving of respect and care in every circumstance.